Welcome to this special pre-release preview of my upcoming book, Why Plans Don't Prepare You. What Real Readiness Looks Like When Leadership is Tested. Over the coming days, I'll be reading each chapter of the manuscript exactly as it will appear in the book, scheduled for release on the 1st of June, 2026. This is your opportunity to hear the book before anyone else. Discover how true preparedness is about leadership, not fear, and share your thoughts before the final edition is published. Whether you are protecting your family, leading a business, or guiding a community, this book will help you move from uncertainty to confidence. Today, I am reading Chapter 5, Take Action, Motion Defeats Anxiety. Chapter 5, Take Action. Motion defeats anxiety. The leadership reflection is, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. This is attributed to James Clear. Clarity is powerful, but clarity alone changes nothing. Many leaders already know what should be done. They've had the conversations. They've reviewed the risks. They've sat in the meetings and agreed that preparedness matters. They've said the right things and still nothing meaningful moves. And that's where frustration begins, because awareness without action does not create progress. It creates tension. Everyone knows the issues exist. Everyone agrees in that it matters, and everyone assumes it's being handled. And time passes, weeks, then months, while the vulnerability remains. This is where organizations stall, not for lack of knowledge, but from lack of movement. They mistake discussions for progress, planning for preparation, and intent for execution. This is why the next step of the START framework is simple. Take action. Not perfect action, not massive action, and not expensive action, practical action. Action does something planning never can. It changes how people feel. When leaders take visible steps, uncertainty begins to shrink. Momentum replaces hesitation, progress replaces doubt, and confidence begins to grow. People do not believe in plans. They believe in what they see happening. One completed action creates more confidence than 10 conversations ever will. Most organizations do not fail all at once. They weaken slowly. The backup system is not tested. The contact list is not updated. The dependency is not reviewed. The second in command is not prepared, and training gets pushed again. Nothing breaks immediately, so nothing feels urgent. That is the danger. Drift feels harmless until the moment it is not. And when the moment comes, the cost shows up all at once. If you want movement that actually builds readiness, focus on 4 principles. Assign ownership. If everyone owns it, no one owns it. Every critical action needs one name, not a department, not a group, but a person. Use deadlines. Someday is not a plan. Deadlines create movement, and movement creates accountability. Start where impact is high and effort is low. Do not begin with complexity. Begin with momentum. Update emergency contacts. Confirm leadership succession. Test communications tools. Identify top risks and back up critical data. Early wins matter because progress builds belief. Review your progress publicly. What gets reviewed gets done. Bring preparedness into leadership conversations and treat it like finance, staffing, and operations, not as a side topic, but as a leadership standard. You've heard the excuses, and you may have said them. We need more time. We need the right consultant. We need better tools. We need alignment first. We will address it next quarter. Well, they sometimes sound reasonable, but most of the time they are a delay in the professional language. Progress does not begin when conditions are perfect. It begins when leadership decides they are not waiting anymore. Once action starts, a pattern begins to form. Action creates progress. Progress builds confidence. Confidence drives more action. And this is how calm organizations are built, not in theory, but in motion. Before you move on, pause and choose 3 actions you will complete in the next 14 days. Assign 1 order and 1 deadline to each. That alone puts you ahead of most organizations. Leaders often ask what the perfect plan is. The better question is, what important steps will be completed this week? Motion defeats anxiety, and disciplined action is how readiness becomes real. Thank you for joining me in the exclusive preview of Why Plans Don't Prepare You. Today we are on Chapter 5, Take Action. Motion defeats anxiety. Now, I really would love to hear your thoughts. What stood out for you? What questions did this chapter raise? What would you like to see included in the final book? Please share your feedback in the comments or send me a message. And be on the lookout for the official book launch on June 1st, 2026. Now, for those of you who already know you want to purchase several copies for your team and your business partners, go to what'stheplandan.com for more information. Until then, remember, preparedness is leadership, and it is always better to prepare than to repair. This is Daniel. Till next time, please stay informed and stay safe.